The one phone that I haven't compared to the Samsung Galaxy A72 so far is the Galaxy A52 5G, and I decided to get done with this today. Before I jump into this comparison, it would be massively appreciated if you guys can subscribe to my channel and hit the like button if you find this video good enough at some point. Okay, first of all, let's get the common part out of the way. Both phones share the same design language, same build, same plastic frame. Both phones have an IP67 rating, same Super AMOLED displays with same brightness nits, Gorilla Glass 5 protection on the front and Full HD resolution on the front, but with different size obviously, same bezel size, same punch hole, same buttons and ports, and same in-display fingerprint scanner, same hybrid SIM card slot, same dual stereo speakers on both phones with the same sound output. Both phones run on the Android 11 One UI 3.1 out of the box. The size and weight of both phones is different as the A72 happens to be quite a big phone, or rather an elongated version of the A52 5G. To make sense out of this comparison, I'll just put forward a few facts that will help you differentiate between these devices. And the very first difference is in the chipset department. A72 is powered by the Snapdragon 720G chipset and uses Adreno 618 GPU. I am carrying the A72 with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. A52 5G is powered by the Snapdragon 750G with Adreno 619 GPU and 5G support, and I am carrying this phone with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage. I have conducted multiple throttle tests of both phones, and I have also conducted two different battery drain tests where I put a lot of stress on both phones, and I have some very practical results to share. The Snapdragon 750G of the A52 5G on paper is a better and powerful chipset, and that adds to the cost of the A52 5G. The 5G A52 is about $180 expensive than the non-5G A52 and about $80 expensive than the A72. And the A52 5G also gets the 120Hz refresh rate on its screen. In all of my throttle tests so far and in the speed test, the performance difference between the Galaxy A52 5G and the A72 is not very great. The Galaxy A72 definitely tries its best to catch up. Even right now you can see on your screen that the Galaxy A72 is trying to go neck and neck. The Galaxy A52 5G wins for editing the videos in the Premiere Rush application. It even edits the pictures faster. But the Galaxy A72 is not just letting the A52 5G win for all the actions that I am performing on the screen. What I mean to say is, the A52 5G's Snapdragon 750G is definitely a better chipset, but the Galaxy A72's chipset is not bad, and the difference isn't great enough to say that the Galaxy A72 is a bad performer. This difference is something that you should not even mind in the first place. Upon throttling, I found that the A52 5G drops its performance considerably down and it heats up more than the A72 because the A52 5G's 120Hz refresh rate definitely adds to the load on the phone. On the other hand, the A72 throttles less and produces less heat too. Now, having the 750G in your phone isn't going to give you a great edge in the gaming either. It does have better GPU processing, but this does not unlock better graphics options in the game. So both the A72 and the A52 5G offer us the exact same graphics options in the games, and both phones can run a game like PUBG Mobile at 40 frames per second and the COD Mobile at 60 frames per second. But yes, the 120Hz refresh rate of the 5G A52 does make the things more fluid on the screen. Scrolling on the screen looks absolutely amazing. The transitions are quite smooth, it is definitely worth it, but the 90Hz refresh rate of the A72 doesn't lag far behind, and it is good enough too, especially if you are upgrading from a 60Hz refresh rate. The A52 5G has a smaller battery of 4500 mAh and ships with a 15-watt charger. On the other hand, the A72 has a bigger 5000 mAh battery and it ships with a 25-watt super fast charger. As I said, I conducted two different battery drain tests which are already on my channel, and in both the tests the A72 was the winner. This phone easily lasts for about 1 hour longer than the Galaxy A52 5G and charges about 30 minutes faster than the A52 5G despite having a bigger 5000 mAh battery. The A52 5G's battery lasts for about 8 hours on average and its battery backup is less than its non-5G sibling just because of its 120Hz refresh rate. Otherwise, this phone would have performed equally well. If you are getting a better 120Hz refresh rate along with that Snapdragon 750G chip on this phone, you are certainly going to compromise on the battery output of your phone too, so keep this in mind. Let's talk about the cameras now. Both phones share the same 64 megapixels main camera sensor. It's the Sony IMX6A2 sensor. Both phones also share the same 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera sensor, a same macro camera. While the A52 5G has a depth sensor, the A72 has an optically stabilized telephoto lens. Camera apps on both phones are also the exact same. The A52 5G does have an option to switch between the front and the rear cameras while recording a video, and it can also take ultra-wide night mode images. Now I believe that both these features will make their way to the Samsung Galaxy A72 someday through a software update, but as of now these features are missing on the Galaxy A72. Camera result for the most part is the same. I find the colors boosted in the ultra-wide mode of the A52 5G. In the high-res mode, both phones perform equally good. If you are a fan of capturing those landscape images, the high-res mode is going to help you out. And in the normal mode, I find the colors deeper on the Galaxy A72. The portrait mode on both the phones is also quite good. I will attach a few camera samples here, including the 3x zoomed shots from the telephoto of the A72 and the digital zoom of the A52 5G. You can definitely analyze those shots, and I am not adding the video samples here because just yesterday I did a Poco F3 versus the A72 versus the A52 5G comparison, a camera comparison, and I added a load of video samples in that video. I'll attach that video on the top right corner here and you guys can check that out. Now my conclusion on the cameras is pretty simple. None of these phones produce largely different results. The camera result is more or less the same, and I believe the A72 has an edge here because of its 8 megapixels telephoto camera. So the camera result cannot be a deciding factor here, but the camera sensors can be. And with this we reach the conclusion. The A52 5G retails for about $500 and the A72 retails for about $420. If you pay extra $80, you get a slightly better 750G chip with 5G support and a better GPU, and of course that 120Hz refresh rate too. But if you pay $80 less, you get the Galaxy A72 with a slightly less powerful non-5G chipset, 90Hz refresh rate, but you do get a bigger 5000 mAh battery, 25 watt out of the box charger, and additional 8 megapixels telephoto camera too. 5G is not mainstream yet. It can take a couple of years for 5G to become a mainstream internet connectivity, so investing $500 in a phone like the A52 5G does not make a lot of sense to me right now. This phone is not a lot of value for money, but if you look at the A72, it certainly provides you a higher value for money, and I think 4G is pretty solid for another 2-3 years. So my pick out of these two is the Galaxy A72, but you are free to disagree with me and drop your own feedback down in the comments below. Make sure to hit like, subscribe if you haven't yet. With that being said, I will sign off and see you all in the next one.